What's going on? So, I wanted to kind of address a couple of the comments that I received in my Dear Always video. There was a lot of people that agreed, and then there were like two people in particular that had a problem with it. There was a couple that wanted to explain in more depth about the what was behind the whole always moving the symbol, and we appreciate that. We appreciate adding more information to what was being explained or put out or even talked about. This video here is to kind of shed some light, I guess, on what I was trying to say. So there was some comment, well, like I said, two comments. One comment which said, that's so much hate. I really hope your children don't grow up to be transgender. That one right there just kind of pushed the button. Yeah, you pushed the button. But let me say this. The one thing I'm not going to do as a parent is I'm not going to confuse my children, okay? That's a decision they have to make when they're grown. When my children are grown and my children are 18 and moved out, they can do whatever the hell they want to do, okay? I have my opinions on things. I will continue to love my children. I did not once in that video said, I hate y'all. I hate everybody that this. No, what I said was I hate the fact that every time there's this new evolution of people that want to make changes to things that already exist, then society wants to change everything for everyone instead of sticking to what we already have. That's what I was trying to get across. So what my children got to do with this? Nothing. My children have nothing to do with this. My family, my friends, that has nothing to do with this. I follow people that are transgender, okay? People themselves are people. They're human. No matter what they are, they're human. I have nothing against people that want to call themselves a man when they're really a woman or vice versa. I have no problems with that. You, darling, missed the whole point. The video, like I mentioned, was more so pissed off at the fact that we cater to everybody changes. If we did that, like everybody's different on this planet. If I say, you know what? I don't like the way the always past shape. Should always change the shape of the past just for me? No. That's what I'm saying. There is a small group of people here and there, no matter what it is. It doesn't even have to be dealing with gender. It can be dealing with, they don't like the way the eggplant shape. They don't like sometimes it's the most ignorant things that we cave into and change for a small group of people versus a majority group of people. And my thing is, if it's not broken, why fix it? I understand, you have your opinion. If you feel like I came across as hate, then that's truly your opinion, baby. Okay. That video was nothing but love and nothing but what about me? You see what I'm saying? What makes you better than me type deal? What makes you want to change your identity to, and then want people to cater to it? That's not right. At the end of the day, we were all born two different genders. Like I said before, man or woman, female or male. Every woman that wants to become a man, I don't have a problem with. You missed the point, boo. You missed the point. I don't have a problem with that. The problem is when you want to change stuff that's been there for years and years before half of them was even born. I'm about to be 36 years old. Before I was even born, okay, this was on the package. There was many people that wanted to change from man to female or female to man before then. Now all of a sudden, all these people want to become vocal and, what about our rights? Let me explain something. Once again, the woman that wants to become a man, I don't care, again, what you decide. I love you because you're a human. Do I have to agree with what you changed to? No, I don't have to agree with none of that stuff. That's my opinion. But do I hate? No. However, the people that want to make these comments, you have to understand, when you change genders, If you give blood, if a doctor have your arm like this, and let's say you behind a curtain and they don't know if you're a man or a woman, if they do this and they put that needle in your arm and they pull your blood and send it off to a lab, if you have no boobs, if you got a penis now, if you have red hair, green hair, purple hair, whatever color it may be, that blood work will determine who you are. Okay? Point blank and a period. No matter how you see yourself in the mirror, I could go and look at myself and be like, man, I'm a whole man. I'm a whole man. At the end of the day, I don't care how you change your anatomy, boo. I don't care how you change it physically, mentally, emotionally. You're going to be who you were born to be by your DNA makeup. Just like when you're a baby and you know, like with me, when I was pregnant with the girls, when they pulled my blood, it's going to show that I'm, you know, it's nothing but female, you know, and same thing with a male, it'll tell you, you know, and that's the beauty of how God designed our bodies. You know, he designed them specifically for a specific role. He designed women to have a uterus to reproduce, ovaries and fallopian tubes, hormone, things that even is beyond the eye, okay? Things that we don't even know how it works. You know, it works for us. You know, we have humans that are able to grow inside our bodies and not even breathe in air to live. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way that the bodies are made are just beautiful. Males, a woman trying to become a man, you're never going to have sperm. Never. You know, unless they create some doggone piece of foreign object to put in your body so that way you can start producing sperm, which that's still not natural. None of that is natural. So that's the first thing. And when you bring my children involved, one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to introduce them to that. First of all, I don't understand why this world thinks it's important to talk about genders to kids. Like, I don't see why we have to now. When we were growing up, we knew you was a boy, I was a girl. Now we have to sit here and explain why Michael was Michelle and why Michelle is now Michael. Like, our kids are confused because now it's on a platform. Now us as parents have to educate them. Okay, we changing stuff up. Let's educate them. Then it becomes a little bit more difficult when you're forcing the kids to, I'm not going to say accept, because I do teach my children to accept everyone how they come. But it's difficult to explain beyond the acceptance, if that makes sense. So let's say, like, one time we go into the store and my oldest, LeBron, he's totally confused. He's looking at this person. He can tell by structure, by bone structure, by the anatomy of how this person, you know, has really strong masculine features, which he should because he's a man. And my son looks at him and you can tell the confusion on his face. He looks up at me and I'm like, not right here. Like, please don't ask the question, you know. I definitely, you know, we definitely try to respect other people's feelings, especially, you know, if there are confused people, and then there are people that truly know who they want to be. So this is a young boy, young man, and he was dressed as a female, and my son was very confused. And he looked up at me and he was like, "Mama, why?" I said, "Baby, get the bag, let's go." We get in the car and I said, "What's your question?" He said, "That boy was wearing girl makeup." And me as a parent, at that time, LeBron is now 9. At that time, LeBron was 5, I think 5 or 6. I want to say he had started kindergarten. He was like 5 or 6. Bless you. He was like 5 or 6. And I was just like, how do I answer this question? And I was like, well, baby, I said, you know, he was just playing dress up. I didn't know what to say. You know, at that age, it's like, how do you even explain? Then you have these schools and different administration offices that feel like it is, or school boards rather, that feels like it is necessary to bring this into the schools. I feel like children should be the gender that they are until they make 18 and can make their own decisions. No, I will not persuade my children to play with the opposite sex toys. Those are meant for girls. Dolls are for girls. That's why they're girly. They have girl clothes on, all stuff like that. No, my son is not about to sit here and act like and play like he is a dad and holding a baby because it's going to help his future. No. He can practice that shit in home economics when he become in high school, or he can practice that stuff when he become a real dad. My husband ain't never had to go and hold a baby doll just to say, oh, he's practicing. That's just, no. In this house, I only buy trucks and cars and fighting action men and stuff that resembles being strong and masculine. Okay? Now, I didn't say drive trucks that you have to be a man to do that. Don't start putting words in my mouth, because yes, y'all will. Lord, y'all will. But what I'm saying is that things that are more catered towards boys, we're going to buy those. I'm not going to confuse my children at all. I'm not going to let them choose their genders. Not in this house, they won't. You have a penis. You are a male. Everything about you is a male. You do not have breast. Well, I mean, everybody has breast pecs, but you will not have lactating breast. You will not have a vagina. Mine looks different than yours, always, because I am mama. I was able to give life to you. I was able to birth you, rather. God gives life, but I was able to birth you. So no, I'm not going to confuse my children. They have been things out there where drag queens will go to schools and read books and stuff. These kids already can't add, multiply, subtract, write a word, whatever. Why are we adding more stuff to confuse them? It's because that's what they want. They want these kids to be confused. Then when they grow up to be confused and, oh, they're just troubled teenagers. No, they mama and they dad and them troubled, and they cause them to be troubled. That's what it is. So that's the first thing I'm going to, put out there. So number one, don't bring my children into this, boo, because number one, that's fighting words. Number two, what goes on in this house, we go the right way. And what I mean by the right way is we go by how we feel is right. And we feel that when you are born a man or a male, that you are a male. And if you're born a female, you're born a female. You see what I'm saying? Now, this whole, like with the gay thing and stuff like that, that's totally different than transgender. Okay? The gay thing is totally different. The women are not changing their private parts. They're not changing their stuff. The men are not, it's a whole different subject, So some people were trying to confuse the two or whatever. And the things that I was saying before was, people do whatever they want to do. But we're not going to change just because people are not going with what was originally designed, what puzzle was originally designed to, the pieces were trying to go together. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So basically, a man and a woman is supposed to be together. So when it goes into other stuff, that's whatever. What I'm going for is don't change the stuff that affects me. You see what I'm saying? Once again, I don't give a fat flip if they move the plus sign or they don't or whatever they do. However, I do feel like because you're making it a big deal, then we should make it a big deal. Now, if y'all would have removed it in secrecy, we probably would have never said anything. Just remove the damn thing. Okay, the pad is still going to collect blood. The pad is still going to be thrown in the trash. It's not that serious, but it is serious when you want to sit here and say that you need to make change because of this small group. Okay. The other comment was basically saying the same thing, but they didn't bring my kids into it. And they were just saying how that we're how do they put it? In so many ways, saying that I should educate myself more on X, Y, and Z before I come on this platform and talk. And I'm like, what education do I need? I was educated as a child. I was educated that a man and a woman body is a man and a woman's body. What is more there to educate myself about? I am not going to educate myself about something different. For me in my household, I will not. Okay. Let's say one of my kids decide they want to do X, Y, and Z. They're going to know how I feel about it. But I'm definitely going to accept my children. I'm going to accept my family. You know, I have a little cousin that she's like, oh, I'm coming out. I'm like, what that mean? Tell me, what that mean? Because she's so much younger than me, and I just want to see where her mind is. How immature? Are you just doing this just to go along? And I said, widow, what you mean? What you mean, today's coming out day, I'm coming out? I just wanted to see what she meant, what she was going to say to me. And she goes, you know, like, today's the day I'm coming out. And that was her response. And that's, I feel like when you're immature like that and you decide that you want to try this or dibble dab into that, keep it to yourself until you're ready to explain why, what you're feeling, you know, stuff like that. I just cannot sit here and accept when a young child or a young person that has not experienced life, have not experienced, you know, nothing, want to call themselves, you know, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. She don't know what she is. She is so confused right now. She's looking for love. And she's been with, you know, she had boyfriends and they break up, and then she's like, oh my gosh, you know, I don't want to live. And then, oh my gosh, now I'm coming out. And, you know, she's confused. She's so confused. And I didn't respond because she didn't give me nothing to respond to. However, I'm not going to disown her. I'm going to love her. And if she comes to me and asks me, you know, what's my opinion, I'm going to lay it out to her. You know, however, I'm not there to change her mind. That's not my position. I'm not there to change her mind. It has to be within her. And if she's truly gay or she's truly, you know, lesbian or what, I think lesbian's more so the term used. You know, if she decides that she wants to be lesbian, I'm not going to change the way I love her. I love her. You know, I'm going to accept it. Does that make me a bad person? No. That I don't, you know, I don't like the fact that she chose that life? No. And it's the thing, I follow and I talk, and that's what she was saying. She's like, just because, you know, I guess you follow, you think that that's okay, that you're, no, I genuinely follow these people because I genuinely care about them. If it's somebody on the outside, like my YouTube stream, I follow many people. And my views will never dictate. I love, like, there's this one couple, and there are two ladies. They have a daughter and a son through IVF. That's how I ended up meeting them, because we share the same journey with IVF. And they're a lesbian couple, and I love the both of them. I love them. I really do. They're the sweetest people ever. I know a lesbian. I'm sorry, not lesbian. I know a gay couple, two men. They're married. I went to school with one of them, and the thing is with him, he was very what's the word? He was more feminine than me, you know, and he would like give me massages on my shoulders and stuff like that. I used to love him. I still love him, but we all knew, you know what I mean? And so he finally, you know, he got married. He married a pastor, and they have a whole church, you know, and like I said, whatever you do is your thing, but it doesn't stop me from loving you as a person and stuff like that. So don't ever put words in my mouth. No, I will not approve those comments, because you're not going to come here and put words into my mouth. That's not what you're going to do. Now, if you have something you want to say, we can debate all day. I don't mind posting comments that are debated, but I'm not going to let somebody come and say, well, this and that about. No, you're not going to put words into my mouth. I love every human being that's born. Don't get me wrong. I don't care what you choose in life. However, my thing is changing stuff for a very small group of people. A small group of people. If you want to change something, change the way black people are treated. We're a huge group of people, and we're trying to make change. We're trying to tell people that our lives matter as well. So if we're going to do something about, changing something, let's change how black people are viewed. Let's change how black people are treated. Now, let's talk on that note. How about them apples? Boop! On that note, goodbye.